Let's see if we are live. No, we're not. Let's try again. Are we live? Are we live? I think we might be live. Yes, we are live. Let me just do a quick sound test, everybody. Make sure that we have sound. Okay, we've got sound, and we're live! That means it is stream time! Hello, everybody! My name is Gina, aka the Gina Chew, and welcome to my continuing stream of ProJared's Route in Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club! So excited to be hanging with you guys tonight and streaming. Looking in the chat room, my handy dandy bot will tell you all the ways you can follow me on social media. You can follow me on Twitter at the Gina Chew to find out when I'm streaming next, and of course follow me on YouTube and here on Twitch. But for now, let's load back up. Okay, so we had quite the interesting, do you want to go steady with me proposal from Jared the last time that we played. And some, I'd say, fairly natural doubts crawled into Hana's mind. But let's see how this is going to affect things. So we still have only 10 tournament points. That's a little scary. Hopefully we'll get more. I think usually we have more than that by this point in the other two routes, so we'll have to see. Okay, so let's read the diary entry. Dear Diary, Jared announced we were dating to the club, and PBG was giving me this hangdog look. Oh yeah, we already read this one, actually. Yeah, she doesn't understand that PBG had a thing for her. I think she's totally blind to it. But I ship PBG and Mai now, so it's okay, it's fine, it's totally cool. Okay, before we left the next morning, Mai made a final check. Teeth brushed? Check. Oh yeah, yeah, Hana's still worried about this apparent kiss that's going to happen today, and I guarantee you there's a good chance it won't. Light dabs of perfume? Check. Show me your teeth. Smiley ellipses. Check. Yeah! Everything's in place for your first kiss. Are you excited? Not really. Nervous? Don't worry, just remember what I taught you. What's the first rule? Don't drool. Perfection. You've got it. You're overthinking it. Mai pushed me into the hall and locked the door behind us. It didn't occur to me until just now, but I felt almost like Mai was overcompensating with this whole kissing thing. Was she upset that I was dating Jared, or was it something else? Let's go! Even walking to Poppy Hall, I was surrounded by whispers and giggles. See, that's the girl from last night, Jared's girlfriend. Oh, she's so lucky. See, Jared gets all the boys as well as the ladies. I didn't like being the center of attention, but nobody seemed to care. I felt like everyone was watching my every move. I tried to block them from my view and thoughts with an anecdotal account about the time she fell into a swimming pool and her top came off, but it wasn't helping at all. We walked into Poppy and my heart sped into overdrive. It was pumping even faster than usual, probably because I was so damn tired. All I wanted to do was nail a head down and wait for the day to be over. I scanned the hallway nervously, looking for the familiar sparkling light emanating from Jared. Do I see him sparkling in the distance? Oh no, there he was down the hall. See him from a mile away. A mixture of joy and dread hit me, and I stopped in my tracks. I was so worried about what I should do when I kissed him that I forgot to come to an actual conclusion about whether I was okay with our first kiss being like this. You don't even know if it's gonna happen! Mai pressed the small of my back, ushering me forward. Come on, Hana. No need to be so nervous. You'll do great. I'm so excited for you.
Good morning.
Hana, good morning. Good morning. Well, I need to head into class because I have a test I gotta talk to. PBG passed by us at that moment, carefully avoiding Jared and my eyes. PBG! I need to talk to PBG!
What?
He's like, what did I do? Let's go!
Hana.
Hana!
Hi.
Hi, Jared. Out of the corner of my eye, I noted a few girls had stopped in the middle of the hallway to watch. I tried to ignore them and focus on Jared. It's sunny today. Great small talk. It is. Nice one. Maybe I should have allocated some of my training to small talk. I'm terrible at small talk, too. More and more students gathered around. I felt trapped. The cafeteria is serving pulled pork sandwiches today. Nice. I really like pork. Oh, honey, you're taken, girl. In one swooping motion, Jared closed the distance between us and pulled me into his arms, probably to shut me up. I didn't know whether to be grateful or more nervous. From the way Jared grabbed me, my hands were shoved up against his chest, and it was rather difficult to move. I squirmed, uncomfortable to suddenly be so close. How was I supposed to put my hand to his neck if we were like this? You're worrying too much. He was really warm, though, lean and wiry, and his chest was so flat. Roll boy's chest this flat? That's a weird observation. Something pressed down the top of my head, and I glanced up to see Jared smiling down at me. I took a deep breath to calm my heart, but it was no use. The crowd around us giggled and whispered. My cheeks grew unbearably warm. Could everyone tell I was blushing too? He was saying something to me, but I couldn't quite make out the words. I just felt his chin bopping against the top of my head. I grew more and more tense, becoming a plank of wood more than a human girl, but Jared didn't seem to notice. It wouldn't have been so bad, but I could feel 40 pairs of eyes staring at the side of my face. My mind was in overdrive. Uh-oh! Suddenly, Mr. Saitomo appeared from the left of us, and I exhaled a sigh of relief. Asagao had strict PDA policies. Mr. Saitomo would disperse the crowd and save me from this hell. Oh, young love, as fleeting as the blossoms themselves. It's so nostalgic. He left! Welp! Oh, no! I lifted my horrified gaze to Jared, who'd been talking the entire time without a word getting through to me. Hana, I gulped. Then he started coming closer, and closer, closer. He really was going to kiss me then? But I couldn't get my hand up to his face, and how was I supposed to tell? What was I? I squeezed my eyes shut. I couldn't do this. I couldn't do it! Oh, no! No, Hana! I shoved Jared away. He stumbled backwards, his hands flying up next to his head as if I were threatening to shoot him. Hana, no! This is not how you communicate! Gasps riffled through the surrounding crowd. Oh, what's wrong? What happened? I'm sorry, Jared stared at me with an expression that could only be described as hurt. God, way to fuck it up, Hana! Yeah, really. He approached me again in concern, grabbing my hand, but I jerked my hand away. I didn't want to somehow make it worse. But the look on his face told me that was the wrong move, too. I'm sorry. I forced my way out of the circle of disappointed voyeurs, running to the classroom. I sped to my seat, mind humming. That wasn't how I wanted things to go. Mai was staring at me, head in her hands. How'd it go? Not well. You didn't drool, did you? God damn it, Mai! It's the #1 rule, Hana! I knew we should have practiced. I pushed him away. Oh. I don't think I'm really comfortable with PDA. It wasn't that I didn't like what was happening, but everybody was staring at me. Everyone knows about us. I don't want this to be everyone's moment. I wanted it to be just mine. I wasn't thinking about us at all. I was thinking about everyone else. I feel like I really messed up. Jared looked so disappointed. Maybe I jumped into this too soon. Hana, relationships aren't about pleasing the other person. They're about learning more about yourself and someone else. If you want to take things slow, tell him. Jared's a good guy. I'm sure he doesn't want to make you uncomfortable.
I'll support you.
Just be honest. You like him. He likes you. If you focus on that and remember how you feel, you'll be fine. I nodded. Communication is so important, Hana. Just be honest with him. It wasn't like Jared and I were exactly suited to each other, and maybe we didn't make sense as a match, as so many girls helpfully pointed out. But he picked me, didn't he? I liked him, and I wanted this to work out. I wanted to be a good girlfriend. I'll try to talk to him. Being honest is probably good, I think. Mai nodded and turned back to her book. I spent the rest of that morning's class drilling the coming conversation in my mind. I was sure Jared would understand, but it didn't make the wait any easier. Oh man, we'll see! I don't know! I'm really nervous, you guys! This part now is called assertion. Oh, and we've got a new diary entry. We still only have 10 tournament points. I'm really worried about the I'm more worried about Hana not getting into the normal Boots Club than I am about her romance with Jared. Dear Diary, I guess now that I'm dating Jared, he thinks it's okay to just go and shout it to the world or something, but I really wish he'd not. I don't think it's anybody's business, and what if things go south and he made this huge deal about it? And I really don't want him to touching me either. I mean, I do, but not like, not in front of people, and God, this is so complicated. I'm not ready for any of this. Gotta talk to him, girl. With a heart-beating heart, I carried my food up to the normal Boots table. It would be best to talk to him now before I let the issue steep too long. But I still wasn't even sure what I was going to say. If he's even there. Ugh, this was the worst.
Hana!
Hana? At some point I sat down at the table. When he finally had my attention, Gerard smiled. I was saying, we're all going to have to look out for you now. This guy's a dog, isn't he? I still can't believe you picked him, of all people. He laughed, and after a second the rest of the guys started laughing too. But the laughter was short and stilted, and I realized something was off. Actually, I wanted to talk about that. It's not a big deal that we're dating now. You guys shouldn't treat me any different, and you especially shouldn't treat Hana any different.
Right.
We know that. No, I'm serious. Hana is Hana. If I see any of you treating her like Jared's girlfriend, I will attack you with a megaton hammer. Is that a challenge? It might be. The two laughed and Jared sat down again. That must have been weighing on their minds. I didn't even think about how our dating would affect the group. Was it naive to think nothing would change? He glanced at me and smiled, his eyes crinkling at the edges. I smiled hesitantly back at him. It was nice to know he was looking after me, but I hadn't considered this. There was just so much I hadn't thought about. Swallowing, I tried to get Jared's attention from across the table. I had to talk to him. Hey, Jared? We were passing out cupcakes with Paul's face on them for hours. Jesus, Paul, why would you make them do that? You figured cupcakes would be something people wanted. It's free sugar. Would you eat something with this guy's mug on it? I'm insulted. Good, it was an insult. He couldn't hear me over the conversation. I picked up my food, barely able to eat any of it. My mouth was too dry. I hated conflict. How on earth could I disappoint Jared? Jared got up to dump his tray and I sprang to my feet after him. Lovebirds. Everyone laughed as I, blood rushing to my face, fell into step alongside Jared. Nice of you to join me. I need to talk to you. Stupid stammer. Immediately, Jared became concerned. Yeah, totally. What's wrong? Can we go somewhere private? He nodded. After I dumped my tray, we left the cafeteria and went out into campus. You better be straight and honest with him, Hana. Don't mess this up. I am very invested right now. You better not mess this up. I could breathe a little easier here. The air was clear and the sun gave me life instead of draining it like the fluorescence did. Okay, hit me. Why would I do that? He stared at me. Oh, right. I wanted to talk, there. I swallowed and tried again. Something, bothering... Are you okay? Jared reached for my shoulder. I took a step back and pointed at his outstretched hand. There!
What?
What? That makes me really uncomfortable. There was a short silence. Jared put his hands in his pockets and my brain caught up to what I just said. Oh, wait, that came out very wrong. I glanced at him nervously, but his face was blank. I'd hope so. What were you trying to say? I don't like it when we're in public. It makes me uncomfortable. His eyebrows snapped together for a moment, and then his face went back to neutral. You're not ashamed of me, are you? What? What? No, of course not. Why would I like you, and I'm really proud to be your girlfriend. I'm sorry, I'm not making any sense right now. I'm just making it worse. I scrunched my eyes together, rubbing them vigorously. I should have gotten more sleep. Jared ran a hand through his perfect hair. It's just that I'm not used to dating anyone, and I'm kind of scared. I'm really excited, too. I'm happy that I'm dating you, but I'm super nervous. Good, Hana, be honest! I know you probably dated a lot of girls, but I don't have the same kind of experience. I don't want to mess this up, and I don't know what's normal. Even though I like it, I'm kind of uncomfortable with kisses and stuff in public. It feels like that should be a private thing to me, for right now. Is that okay? I was about to start again when I noticed Jared was smiling.
Alright.
I understand. You do? Of course! Besides, I wasn't thinking about you. I was just happy to be dating you. I forgot that not everybody has as much experience as I do. Not everyone's as touchy as I am either. You raised an eyebrow and I flushed. I wanted you and everyone else to know how I felt about you. I don't mind that. It's nice. I'm just not used to it. I'm usually not the center of attention, so I'm a little nervous. Well, give it time. Don't feel bad about it, Hana. I'm glad you told me, too. Good job, Hana! You get a round of applause from me. Fitter Kitty, hi! Welcome back to the chat, my friend. Hope you're having a lovely evening. We're having wonderful communication with Jared right now. Thank God! No matter what, you don't change for other people. Even now. I find it admirable. Admirable? Like a knight? Sure, something like that. Although I'd rather be your knight. I'd like that. Jared, thank you. I was so nervous about talking to you. Hana, you can come to me for anything. I want to be here for you. That's why I want to date you, after all. Jared, you're the best. Do you really think... Of course I am! he turned that right back on! It's almost time for class again. I'll walk you? Yes, please. Jared dropped me off at class, and instead of hugging me, he waved goodbye. I felt a little bad, but Jared didn't seem to mind it at all. Well, that's because now he knows that it's an issue with you and not with him. Because you communicated. Thank you, Hana. Yeah, you know what, Fitter Kitty? I am loving Jared's route. It's my favorite so far, hands down. I'm absolutely loving it. He's so suave. Like, he is smooth as hell. And it's a really cute and fun storyline. I'm really, really enjoying it. As I headed back into the classroom, the happiness that I felt at the tea ceremony came flooding back to me. It really was that easy. Jared was a good boyfriend. Whatever that meant. Oh, shoot.
Yo, what's up?
What's up? It was late at night, past curfew, and Maya and I were up working on homework due the next day. I forgot my math book, and I didn't really get to how to finish this problem. Let me see. Maya crept to my desk and leaned over my shoulder. Yeah, good luck. Ugh, you don't have your book with you? I do most of my homework while waiting for volleyball practice to start, so no. I sighed. I'm gonna have to go get it. You don't think I'll get in trouble for being out past curfew, do you? Curfew was a surprisingly big deal at Asagao. The academy worked with a 3-strike system. Get 3, get going. Most offenses weren't big enough deals to earn you a strike, but for some reason, curfew was. Probably because of the things that you could be doing past curfew. It was probably meant to curb rebellious teenagers and their flighty romances, but honestly, a curfew wasn't going to fix anything. That is true. You're going to get a book, so if you get caught, just tell them that. I've heard a few people do that and get away with it. Okay, I'll be back in 10 minutes or so. Oh, we'll see how that lasts. You'd better be, or I'm coming after you. See, now that Hana is dating Jared, I feel like every time she goes out alone at night, his fangirls are just gonna descend on her like rabid crows, just start pecking at her. I'm very concerned for her. I chuckled and headed out. To be honest, I really didn't like the darkness, especially not when no one else was out. I could deal with it if I was expecting other people, or had other people around, like after the tea ceremony, but I hated being out alone. Fair Kitty, I love that. I was actually talking to there's a friend of mine that I work with, and I was actually talking to her today about Jared's romance, and I was just telling her about like what's gone on in the romance so far, and she started having feels. She's never seen this game or seen one of Jared's videos in her life, and she was having feels. It's unbelievable. Like, just Jared and outside of Asagao. I think Jared also as just a regular person seems pretty cool. I've never met him, but he seems pretty cool. But Jared is just awesome, both in and outside of the game. I stepped down into the wet night air. It was significantly colder now. I forgot it was still spring. Summer was a while away. Deep shadows carved into the main campus ground, only illuminated by stray street lamps. Considering most students weren't supposed to be out this late, the lamps were few and far in between. Long stretches of darkness, deep darkness where no one would notice a small girl getting mugged, separated me and Poppy Hall. I'm about to get jumped by my boyfriend's fangirls ellipses. Be brave, Hana. Yeah, this is just a weird vestige of being raised as a girl. In reality, I can handle anything that came my way. Provided it weighed less than me and was shorter than 5'2". Crap. I sped-walked across the campus paths. Wind blew through the trees across the lawn and through the crevices of buildings, creating a sound somewhere between whistling and moaning. The moon wasn't giving much light tonight either. The clouds guarded it like jealous lovers. Oh, thank goodness. I finally made it to the doors of Poppy Hall and crept inside, heart hammering with relief. Quickly and quietly, I climbed the stairs to the 3rd floor and fumbled past the lockers. It was so much harder to find mine when it was pitch black in the building. Wait. My heart leapt in my throat and I squinted into the darkness, hoping I wasn't seeing what I thought I was. A sliver of light peeked from underneath the door at the end of the hall. Adrenaline pumped through my veins, giving me a pleasant floating feeling, but also made me feel kind of sick. The thing was, though, I didn't think that door led to a teacher's office. It looked like one of the smaller classrooms. A quiet curiosity seized me. Oh no! Are we gonna find Jared in some like weird position that he's gonna have to explain? Or are we gonna... What is going on? Sure, it might be a teacher and I might get in trouble, but what if it wasn't? Surely it wouldn't hurt to just creep past and see if I could find anything out, right? Yeah, don't do it, Hana! Fitter kitties, your friend referred to Austin as a cute pedophile. That's awful. That is a terrible, terrible thing to say. We didn't have cults at this school, did we? I don't know. I quickly opened my locker, got my book, and tucked it under my arm. No harm in just checking on my way out. I shuffled to the door, careful not to put too much weight behind my steps. As I came closer, I heard the soft murmuring of voices. I'll hold his arms, then we'll slice open his stomach. No, we need to go after his girlfriend. Once he's out of the way, her dad will pay so much. We'll get caught immediately if we do that. I think we should just tuck him out of the way and not kill him ourselves so we can't get charged. Okay, what is going on here? I think that Jared and his friends are playing Dungeons and Dragons and she's overhearing it and she's just like, what the fuck is going on? They were going to kill someone? In a search of bravery, I thrust the door open. Oh, Hana. Oh my god! Is that Ian? Oh, is that really? Is that Ian and Jeff? Are they playing D&D with Jared? That's so good! That's so good! I love it so much! Look at Jared's face! Look at this cutie patootie face! And look at these cheekbones for days! On Jeff, he's just like, what? And there's fucking Ian with an eye patch and a fake beard, like, on up. Oh! Categoris and Luke are here too! Oh jeez! Alright. Jared, Caddy, Luke, Ian, and Jeff sat around an arrangement of desks in the center of the room. Well, if she didn't pick up on it now she definitely knows what Jared does. On the top of the makeshift table was a giant grid with odd lines and tiny figurines sitting on top. Jared was dressed in a wizard's uniform and hovering over a crystal ball that had some kind of dice in its center. They all stared at me in shock. Oh god, this moment is beautiful. She's just like, what are...
Hana!
Oh my god, these sprites are fucking adorable! I love them! Hi, Jeff! What are you doing here? Oh my god, Luke! Oh my god! I'm going to cry! I'm laughing so hard! Oh my god! Luke! He looks so upset! Caddy looks adorable, but Luke is just like, get me out of this hell! Hana, this isn't what it looks like! I have to compose myself. Oh my god. Okay. Let me get into my Catecker's voice. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. Luke, is you in the seed fitter, kitty? That's great. I played a D&D campaign for like almost 4 years. We went from level 1 to level 30, and I was a half-elf warrior, well, an ardent, not really, it's a psionic leader class that does like support stuff, but I was a half-elf, and we never dressed up in all 4 years that we played. D&D is super fun, man. I don't blame Jared for wanting to play. Anyway, Catecker's voice. Okay, let's focus. We were just, quick, grab her and lock the door! Ian and Jeff rushed at me. Ah! I dodged to the left and the two collapsed in a heap on the ground. Get her! Faster! Come back here! I've got a Buster sword!
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I'll destroy you with my Nyan Cat powers! Luke, I don't think you can destroy anything in that outfit. Screaming in terror, I jumped to the side and over Jeff and Ian's collapsed bodies. The door stood wide open for my escape. Hana! I bolted around the corner and down the stairs. Oh no! Hana! Thankfully, they were entangled in a room that was barely big enough to fit them, so it took them a while to come after me. But by the time I made it to the first floor of Poppy Hall, feet slammed heavy behind me. Hana! Oh god, oh god! I burst into the damn night air and ran. Can you imagine what other people on the campus, if they saw this, must see? Like, there's that weird, like, Jared's girlfriend, new girl, with the pink hair being chased by a wizard, a fucking cat, some guy with an eye patch. Like, what is going on? This is the greatest moment in this game so far. I'm so happy right now. I burst into the damp night air and ran. I didn't know where I was heading. I just ran. Look at this motley crew! Ladies and gentlemen, the normal block club. The hidden block club. The hidden block guys. See these guys? See these guys right here? These are our nemesis in the game. These are the guys that we have to beat in the tournament. How intimidating are they? I can't. Anyway. Oh my god, I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. I heard yells of several boys behind me, shouts of "Where is she?" bouncing off the walls of the school buildings. Glancing over my shoulder, I saw them split off into groups, each heading in different directions. There! All at once, a cascade of stomping. They were after me. I ran down the hill that led to the soccer field and sprinted across the grounds, lungs burning. You were playing ninja earlier, Hana! Go do some LARPing! It's a beautiful night for LARPing. Look at all those beautiful stars in the sky. I'm dying. Oh my god. Oh, Fitter Kitty, yeah, playing D&D is a super fun time. I was very lucky to have a very knowledgeable and very dedicated DM and a lot of really good friends to play with each week. Oh my god, I'm dying. Can't breathe. Yeah, I know the feeling, Hana. Out of nowhere, a solitary figure appeared in front of me. I lunged to the side to avoid it, but it didn't seem to notice me as I passed. I glanced behind me at, is it PBG practicing? Yep! PBG was standing in the middle of the field, staring out at the night sky, his arms wide above his head. What in the hell? At that moment, my foot caught on something and I plunged it to the ground. BAM! Jared materialized behind me. I got to my feet again and started running, but it was no use. He grunted and then something rammed into my back. Jared tackled me. I collapsed onto the ground. We skid a few inches across the dewy grass before coming to a complete stop. I groaned and rolled over. My back and elbows were on fire. Hana... Jared was gasping just as hard as I was. As he perched on top of me, I silently made a wish that no one would find us out like this. There was no way to explain what was happening here. Please, don't tell anybody what we were doing. I don't even really know what you were doing! You just ran at me like a bunch of maniacs! Yeah, it probably wasn't the greatest reaction. D&D! We were playing D&D! Yeah, obviously. I can't. You... What? You can't tell anybody. Seriously, I'm begging you, Hana. If you tell, I'll be ruined, completely ruined. Please, promise me. I don't even understand. Promise me. Okay. Oh, God. I can't even look at this list of options right now. Oh my God, this entire stream is just gonna, like, half of it's just gonna be me dying laughing. Okay, I assume we're supposed to promise that Jared that we won't tell anyone. Let's see if that's the correct answer. No, it's not, actually. The answer is that we're supposed to say, why? Why don't you want anyone to know? He sat back in frustration, putting pressure on my legs. Hana, please. It's something I don't want people to know about. Can we just leave it at that? No! If you're gonna make me promise, I want to know why I'm signing up for this. It's not enough that I want you to? No, who do you think you are? He groaned and fidgeted, almost like a small child denied candy. Fine. I'm embarrassed by it. By D&D? Yes! People, they don't just think it's lame, they think it's part of the occult. And we're literally breaking school rules to play it. We're so nerdy. I love it! Jared, if there was anything that could make me love you more, it's your robe and wizard hat! You got the best ending for each route the first time, Fitter Kitty. Good for you. I played my first blind playthrough. PBG, I got the bad end, and so far, looking at the options that I would have chosen for these, I would have kept on getting bad ends, so good for you. What's wrong with that? He tipped his head back in exasperation. Nothing! Not really, I just don't want people to know, okay? So promise me, please? I tried desperately to hide the amused smile growing on my face, but failed. Fine, I promise.
All right.
Thank you, Hana. I still don't see what the big deal is, though. D&D's always looked like fun to me. Wait! Really? Oh, God! At this point, this is just like Jared's wet dream. Like, now he's got this girlfriend that he really likes, and wait a minute. She'd be into playing D&D. She'd be into playing D&D? Can I get her in my game? Yeah, but I had no idea how to start playing. It's not the kind of thing you could jump into without someone more experienced, I think. Yeah, it definitely helps having somebody more experienced. Oh, Fitter Kitty, you would become straight for Jared. I love it. That's great. That's great. Jared stared at me, completely taken aback. I didn't think it was that big a deal that someone would want to play D&D, but to Jared, it was like the second coming. So, you'd want to play with us? Oh my God! I'm more excited about Hana joining Jared's D&D campaign than joining the Normal Boots Club. We can end the game right here, as long as Hana gets to play D&D. I gasped. Really? Would you let me? Really? I mean, I'd have to ask the other guys, but that could be a thing. Jared, that would be so great! I grabbed his hands and jerked him up and down. Jared laughed. Yeah, well, I'll ask then. I guess that's that. This has been a hell of a night, hasn't it? I'll say. Well, we should head back. It's way too late to stay out. What happened to your book, Hana? I hope you still have it. You did Shane's first? Fitter Kitty, did you get Shane's route? Like, did you get the best ending on the first try? Because I heard he is a tough nut to crack. I'm saving him for last because I feel like the suspense will be worth it. You dropped this. Oh, there's my answer. You dropped this, too. He held up my math book, now wrinkled from sitting in the wet grass of the soccer field. Oh! That could have been a terrible accident, huh? We didn't think anyone would see us. At least it was you and not someone else. Except the PVG is there. I nodded. This sounded more like the Jared I knew. Anyway, we should get back in. Two teenagers in a relationship out in the field in the middle of the night would be hard to explain, even with the book. Oh, by the way, I love that even dressed in his D&D attire, he's still sparkling. I appreciate that. Fitter Kitty, look at you. Don't get sassy with me about playing with the D. Don't get sassy with me. I chuckled and stood, my knees protesting. I would definitely be sore tomorrow. I hope you're not hurt. It's alright. I'm fine. He ran a hand through his hair. Smooth, huh? Man, the guy should see me now. Anyway, let's go. I'll walk you back. Oh, please walk me back in your gorgeous robe and wizard hat, Jared. See, if I were Hana, this would only make this relationship better. We walked to Primrose in silence, each of us wrapped in our own thoughts. It was clear Jared didn't want to talk about it anymore. The issue wasn't closed, but it was time to pull away and rethink what was happening. I headed into the dorm as Jared waved at me from behind. Once I was safely in the stairwell, he turned away, but didn't start walking back. I should just leave him alone. I climbed the stairs to my door, desperately happy that I didn't run into anyone else on my way to my room. By the time I got home, it had been a full hour. I crept into the room, hoping beyond hope Ma had gone to sleep by now. Hana! I told you it was going to be late. But of course not. Thank goodness you're back! Ma swept me up in a swift hug. When she finally released me, I closed the door and smiled. Sorry about that. I had some trouble on the way there. I was a terrible liar, so I tried to stick as close to the truth as possible. Mai's eyes flashed. Trouble? Well, look at you, you're a complete mess! Yo, where's Joshalina to clean our outfit again, alright? we need to get that ball of sass back in here. You got Shane on the first try, Fitter Kitty. That I'm impressed. I've heard he is a toughie. You stuck with what you hoped someone would do for you if you were Shane. You low-key relate to him. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. It's cool that you can play a game where you can, like, relate to characters, but I relate to Hana a lot, actually. I looked down. Grass and dirt stained my skirt. I wouldn't be surprised if it was on my blazer and in my hair, too. Crap. What the hell? Who hurt you? No, it was nothing like that. I just ran into someone and we stopped to talk for a bit. Did you literally run into them? Otherwise, there was no way I was going to be able to worm my way out of this, but I couldn't tell Mai what I saw. My mind raced. I couldn't think of someone I couldn't think of someone I couldn't see that wouldn't blow up in my face down the line. I couldn't say I'd seen one of the normal boots guys because Mai would probably mention it to them, and I couldn't reveal anyone in the D&D group. Jared. Jared? She turned away from me, climbed to the top of her bed, and grabbed a stuffed bear. Tell me! Were you guys on a date? Was he trying to seduce you? Don't tell me you guys... No! Good heavens, no! I couldn't tell Mai. Could I? She seemed trustworthy after all. I couldn't imagine she'd tell anyone, but that didn't mean that she wouldn't. Jared's playing D&D didn't seem that big of a deal to me, but he obviously thought it was. Chicks before dicks, Hana. That is the rule! See, that's why if I were in Hana's position, I would not have gone after Jared at all. But that's okay. Oh, Fitter Kitty, I'm super cool and easy to talk to. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. You're such a sweetheart. Oh, I'm so glad you came to join me. You're wonderful to talk to as well. Crap. Where did my loyalty lie? Oh, okay, so we can lie to her. Just straight up lie. We could tell her the truth, or we could tell Mai about the promise. So we can maybe say that, you know, I promised Jared I wouldn't say anything. That's probably the best way to go. So I'm gonna see if that's what I should. Yeah, that is what we are supposed to do. We are supposed to tell Mai about the promise. I think that's a good middle ground. Mai was my best friend. She deserved the truth, but Jared was my boyfriend, and I made a promise to him. Shouldn't I keep it? Yes, you should. But as I looked at Mai on her bed, eyes shining, I couldn't leave her hanging. I can't tell you. Her face fell. I really wish I could, but I promised Jared I wouldn't. There's something he doesn't want anyone to find out. I wasn't even supposed to figure it out, but it was an accident, so... Mai held up her hand.
Really?
Stop talking. You're only making me more curious. She gazed at the ceiling. I guess it's okay that you can't tell me. At least I know you're trustworthy, right? She gave a half-hearted chuckle, but I could tell it was bothering her. This is why I hate promises. I don't see why things have to be secret, and sometimes it's important to tell other people. Hana! Stop talking. I'm gonna go to bed and try to stop thinking about this. Promise me one thing, though. Not another promise. Promise me Jared's okay, and that if he's ever not okay, you'll tell me what's going on. Promise me. Oh, she still cares about Jared. Oh, my. She's trying so hard. She's being such a bro right now. Of course, he's completely fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's rather... Her eyes narrowed. I swallowed. I promise. Thank you. Well, I'm going to sleep. Me too. Good night.
Night.
Feeling terrible, I changed into my pajamas. Did I make the right decision? Well, I can tell you from the walkthrough, you did. You hoped the option would have been chicks or dicks. You know what? You know what? I'm very sad that there is not a Mai romance route in this game, I'll be honest with you. Mai was my friend, my best friend. She deserved truth and honesty from me at all times, but I made a promise to someone I cared about, my boyfriend. Do boyfriends deserve more loyalty than friends? That is a complicated question. Mai was there before, and to be realistic, it was likely she'd be there after, if there was an after. An uneasy feeling sat in my stomach, but as I drifted to sleep, I began to wonder whether there was even a right answer to be had. There probably isn't in that situation, to be honest. After that night, things seemed to improve with Jared. It was as if my discovery of his secret love for D&D cemented some kind of delusion or inner turmoil of his. Well, this person that he cares about so deeply totally didn't even flinch. It's a secret part of him that he obviously loves but is ashamed of, but Hana embraces it. That's a big deal for him, I'm sure. He relaxed around me. His odd, stilted speech almost disappeared. Don't worry, ladies. There's hope for each and every one of you to find your truest loves. They can't all be me. Oh, Jared. Oh, okay. We got 20 tournament points. Okay, that's good. I believe that's the minimum we need. So hopefully, that'll work. But the current event is facades. Dear Diary, what I don't get is why is it such a big deal? It's just D&D. Does he think that people are going to disown him for playing a game? If anything, they'll think it's cool because he's the one playing it. Sometimes I feel like Jared just doesn't see life clearly. I think everybody's a little clouded. You just want to romance Mai. I know. She's kind of a babe, isn't she? And she's a total friend. Oh, here we go. Oh, Jared. I hate Mimi so much. Mostly. He still spoke that way around other people, and especially around other girls, But at least around me, he spoke like a normal person. Part of me wanted to ask him why, but after that night, I decided it was much better not to ask questions. I felt almost like even asking the question would be majorly distressing to him. Probably. To be honest, he was confusing. I didn't know who he really was, but he still treated me well, and I liked hanging around him. I progressed past the point of a crush and could now talk with him as if he were a normal person. That was how I ended up here in the first place, having an amiable midday picnic with several girls from my class. Apparently, it was best to share him. Yeah, Fitter Kitty, you asked if I had a Tumblr. Yes, I do, and I'm glad you found it. Yeah, it's at the bottom, I believe I linked it at the bottom of my stream, but yeah, it's Gina Sadai. Bonus points to anybody who gets the reference. Jared, what's your favorite... Kakusu stopped mid-sentence and emitted an odd beeping noise. This girl. TV series? Honestly, dear God. Mimi won't stay in her damn lane! Oh my God! Fitter Kitty, I think you just named this episode of the stream on YouTube. Stay in the damn lane, Mimi! This is like the best stream I've ever had. I'm having so much fun. Kakusu, I told you, you have to stop making that noise. I formally apologize. My favorite TV show, huh? That would have to be Flame of Bones, of course. Speaking of, I didn't catch yesterday's Game of Thrones episode. I have to freaking catch up on that. I read all the books, but now it's past the book, so it's getting really crazy, y'all. Ah, good choice, good choice. I think it probably is a good idea. I don't mean share as in the sense of a relationship, but if Hana were to like fend off all the girls and be like, stay away from Jared, it would probably be way worse than her being okay with them, you know, kind of fluttering around a little bit but not touching, obviously. Indeed, what a classic piece of the contemporary visual and literary mediums. Hana, what is your favorite TV series? What was my favorite series? When I thought of it, only one series came to mind, something from a long time ago, back when I was still young. I would go over to my best friend's house and we'd watch an anime about an average high school girl who could transform and save the world. Are we about to have a Sailor Moon reference? Because Sailor Moon's my jam. We would play around and pretend to be the characters from the show on the playground. I, the heroine, and he, the mysterious masked savior. The other kids would always tease us because, well, we were watching anime. After that, I kept my favorite show to myself. I almost forgot about it. Surely now that we were much older, it wouldn't be a problem. Oh, no. Oh, he was worried about people knowing he played D&D. If you say you watch anime, some shit might go down, Hana. I wasn't going to lie in any case. Yeah. My favorite show is Sailor Sun. Yeah, there you go. I blushed and laughed self-consciously. I know it's not really the coolest thing, but... I glanced at Mimi, who was looking at me doubtfully. Look at this look on her face! She's just like, oh, really? Please embarrass yourself more! Kakusu looked as if she was going through her databases, trying to find the history of the show. Oh, wow. Anime. Really? Hey, there's nothing wrong with anime, Mimi! I mean, wow. So you both like that kind of thing? She looked doubtfully at Jared. I suspected she wanted some kind of confirmation from him. If he thought it was okay, then it was okay. Oh, here we go. He's gonna be compelled to say it's not cool. Uh-oh, Fitter Kitty, don't die, please. Don't die. I relaxed, pleased to be off the hook.
No.
What? Me? No, of course not. I stared at Jared in shock. He was very intentionally not looking at me. He, the masked savior. Yeah, man, I'm not about that weeby shit. Oh my god, he's literally my group of friends, except we are actually into that weeby shit. People who like that kind of thing are weird. Good job throwing your girlfriend under the bus, Jared. Jesus Christ. What the hell, Jared? Jeez, Hana, don't get mad at Jared. He was just being honest about his opinion. Verified. We looked at Kakusu. I was unsure whether she was contributing to the conversation or whether she'd finally finished adding Sailor Sun to her database. I would never watch shows like that, Jared. I love Flame of Bones. I'll watch it live even if you want. We could watch it together sometime? Jared looked nervously from Mimi to me. That's okay. I think I'll pass. I'm very busy with school and everything. Oh, that's too bad. Sorry, even if Hana's boyfriend just threw her under the bus, he's still not gonna get with you. You fucking back off, Mimi. Stay in your lane! You are about that weeby shit. What kind of anime do you like, Fitter Kitty? See, I'm old. So I like most like the 90s anime, 80s. I grit my teeth. The conversation continued without me, Jared getting more and more flowery as time passed. All the while, I tried to console myself. This was just a small thing. It was just a few sentences. It was just a conversation. But at the same time, it wasn't. I was, in my own way, asking for support. Jared didn't give it to me. Yeah. No, he left me completely hanging. If someone asked him about D&D, would he have lied too? Or would he have stood up for himself? Probably would have lied. I would have stood up for him. So did he lie like this all the time? And would he always throw me under the bus when it came down to it? Yeah, that's a legitimate concern, Hana. I don't think Jared actually would do that. I think he just he gets so caught up in his image, man. He's got to get over that. Kakusu is you? Oh no, Fitter Kitty. Finally, after what seemed like an agonizing amount of time, Mimi and Kakusu left. Jared stood waving to them even minutes after they went. Boy knew he done messed up. I waited patiently until he sat back down on the blanket. Class would be starting soon, but I was so upset I didn't even care. Jared clenched his fists in his lap.
Hana.
Hana. Why did you do that? Do what? I glared at him. Lie to them? Well, it's not as though I lied to them. I loved watching Phoenix Ball X as a kid. As a kid! I don't watch anime anymore. Because it's weeb shit. Look, that's not what I meant to say. Really? Then what did you mean to say, and why didn't you say it? You're being awfully demanding right now, Hana. Not really! What? What? You should calm down. I just said something wrong. It's not like I did anything wrong. It's not about what you said. It's about what it meant that you said it. You said it was about what I said, and I didn't mean to say it, so... You still said it, though! Hana, calm down. You're being completely unreasonable. I shut my mouth, so livid I no longer had the capability to express it physically. Instead, I felt eerily calm, except for the steady pounding of my heart. I'm done talking with you. I stood and grabbed my bag, headed for the classroom.
Hana!
Hana! Hana, really? I ignored him and kept walking. I wouldn't have been able to talk with him in that moment, even if I wanted to. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had the first fight between our two star-crossed lovers. Oh my goodness. That was very, very sad. Okay, I think this actually might be a good place to stop. Now I know why this event was called Facades. I have my brother and a friend of ours downstairs. They're playing board games and they wanted me to play, so I can't stay streaming forever, unfortunately. I have obligations. But Fitter Kitty, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll get to join me maybe tomorrow, Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. There's my social media stuff. I'm sure you know all that, but just for anybody else that might be lurking, thank you guys so much for watching. Fitter Kitty, thanks for hanging out with me. It was so cool to talk to you. Please feel free to come back. I'll catch you on Tumblr. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream of Asagao Academy. I've had so much fun. I'm crying in laughter for most of the time. But unfortunately, this very, funny episode ended in kind of a sad way. But next time we'll pick up and we'll see how Hana and Jared are going to get over this little bump in the road. I don't think it's anything that's, insurmountable. I think that they can get over it, but we shall see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.